and the guards who are watching from your side.
You can't trust lowborn scum like that.
Careful, your privilege is showing.
So
Would you trust
ignore the few
peasant?
hundred eyes on you at the time.
Like, who would you believe? His Royal Majesty or some peasant?
And you have to remember, it's a few hundred peasants.
I am with you, my king. Clearly.
If you can find 100 peasants and they can swear that they have seen, you know, the maker himself come down from the skies to bless them or something, no one would believe such tales.
And now a new cult starts.
Sure, I say. What's the church's official position on miracles?
I mean, there have been many according accounts of miracles and saints who have been able to summon them.
Ooh, how do I become a saint? Can I become a living saint?
Murder someone.
No, you know, Ceres needs to become a saint. Just to throw a curveball in the whole
title
thing.
of saint is very rarely granted.
Yeah.
The title of saint is very rarely granted on a living individual, but it has been done before.
The saint of what? Exactly.
I don't know, we'll figure that out.
Same.
Alright, sure.
I never said it'd be easy.
What is the saint again of like lost things? That's my favorite saint.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, Catholicism is like a saint of lost things.
Saint of
yes, you could
knowledge.
Yes, you could be beatified while alive if you're so interested, but you would need to convince the church that you have performed several miracles.
You know, between our...
Have you seen some of these fights we have pulled off?
Generally, combat is not considered a miracle in itself.
What?
Hogwash.
No, this is
completely... not unless your combat is taking out some unholy foe.
No. But between my diplomacy and your intimidation, I think we could convince the church.
We have several incredible combat feats behind us. We have defeated such monsters as one Inquisitor, for example.
That's true.
Yeah, not really sainthood material.
What? This is an outrage. I want to become a living saint.
I mean, you can add that to your list of goals. It's possible.
Mm-hmm.
There's another title.
Me and Saint Celestine. You know, I want to have when I have wings, I want these celestial doves around me.
The bird festival is back.
Oh yeah, Saint Anthony, patron saint of lost articles. Well, the Catholic Church was popular saints. I love him.
Just sounds like a magpie to me.
His arch enemy was Mr. Magpie.
Arch enemy.
Yeah. Magpie with like twirled mustaches. And a hat.
You see?
Thank you.
Yeah, and then like when I am a living saint, we can start getting like sweet ass murals and stuff, you know, of my awesome saintness.
I'm just saying, you technically don't need a to be a saint to get awesome murals.
That's true.
Well, I mean, I need something like this, you know, but me instead.
We could do that. I'm sure we could commission that.
I mean, really, that just requires you finding a really good artist.
We could do that.
If only we knew a bard.
I mean, I'm a bard, but I'm not a bard of painting.
Yeah, not that kind of bard.
No.
Yeah, you know, I'm sure. I
can do a with dance of that, but you know,
the interpretive dance of my sainthood.
What was the name of that?
I mean, that is the closest thing you get from me.
Oh, God damn it! I hate art college. This is stuff. Yeah, more, definitely more like hyper patriotic art is needed.
I mean, you're gonna sort of freak us.
And we, you know, after the art has been created, we can get the printing press to put it out in miniature versions for the masses.
The printing press hasn't really been very good so far at doing like detailed color like paintings like that.
Hang on, aren't we in the city-state that designed these?
You are.
Presses? We need to find the person who created them, so we can get a better one.
Basically, you take this last image, and I mean, Amanas is the Radiant Angel, of course, and then you just plaster his sister's face on that demon. And there we go. That's art.
I see.
Oh, no support here. God damn it.
I'm fully in support.
Thank you.
The chaos must reign. Well, the stream do be up.
What? There's a stream?
There is. There is.
It's a stream.
All right. So, what is on the agenda?
Yes.
Death.
So I suppose to welcome everyone back then to Blood Bonds, A Tale of the Ashen Court.
Oh.
When we were here last time, you guys had finished day 1 of diplomacy here at the Diplomatic Summit and had managed to sway some opinions to your side. Most notably, of course, the Lady Herstein. But you had minorly swayed some others as well. As well as scaring off the Count Basque, who, well...
Or Basque.
was perhaps not the happiest with the Duchess's actions. For some reason, he doesn't want to be annexed.
I wonder why.
Ridiculous.
I know, right? Being annexed by a foreign power, why would anyone argue? I mean, also excluding their long personal history where they hate each other, but, you know.
Ah. Who needs such details?
Yes. For this session, Isaac will be indisposed, but will be feeding you information as is relevant during your diplomatic encounters, as is whatever wild shape form happens to gather.
Alright.
But he'll be taking the occasional discovery action for you passively as things go on.
Sounds good. Yeah.
When we left off last time, the group had just set about resting for the night, and it was about to be the start of day 2, for all but one person. Vickers,
Yeah.
could you please make me a fortitude saving throw?
Can. Yes. Pretty good.
It is a rough night. You sweat and you feel a fever burn you up throughout the evening. You felt rough the last week, ever since you'd really pushed yourself out on the boat. All those occasional whispers in the back of your head the entire time. But this is an experience which Vickers is more than used to. You know what the blight is like. You've experienced it before. But its withdrawal symptoms from overloading can be rough. But they are manageable. Though it is a very rough evening, when Vickers wakes up in the morning, he has managed to clear his mana blight.
Alright. Nice.
And of course, with it, the associated drain condition.
Yes.
Other than that, the group wakes up in the morning. You are expecting guests this morning.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
we
this is
are.
the king's breakfast, isn't it?
The Amonus did arrange the king's breakfast. You do not technically have to attend, but it would be odd to host something and then not show up.
Paris is going to attend. He
Power
has
play.
to.
They're too busy at the breakfast. Let's talk to other people that are important.
I mean, admittedly, that is not a bad way to distract someone if you want to get someone out of a scene.
Yeah, just
I
have
need to get you a body double now at this point.
see you need to stretch. Just stretch for time while we are breaking into the palace. Oh, they're coming very soon. Yeah.
Because it is entirely thing. If you know an NPC is going to show up to interfere with something, inviting them somewhere else and then just ditching them.
Yeah.
It's an option.
Yeah. We have the famous Stockholm bloodbath. The Danish tyrant king invited all noblemen into the castle, had a party, and then closed the doors and murdered everyone inside.
Why do I feel like this might happen again at some point? But
well, Amonas intends to attend the breakfast.
Understood. As a diplomatic thing, the group as a whole will have to stay at the palace then.
Yep.
But in that case, we will start day 2 morning. And why don't you set us all a scene of what your guest house looks like, or the garden's guest house, or wherever you're doing this?
Oh yeah, it is a lovely morning. The sun is dappling through the what do you call them? Those like wooden frameworks you have in a garden where roses grow.
Yes, a trellis.
Trellises, yes. The sun is dappling through the trellises. There's the heady smell of roses and morning dew. There's these delightful long tables into the garden that have been set there with the finest tablecloths and laden with all manner of delectable sweetmeats, fruits, exotic pressed juices. There is like a little like mini fire where you can toast some bread. There, I don't know if coffee or tea exists, but let's say something similar is served as well.
Well, this is actually one of the few places that does manage to import coffee from abroad. So,
yes.
Okay, can we like stock up on coffee? I feel like Ceres would like coffee.
we do have a boat here if you would like to make a surplus purchase of coffee.
Yes, surplus purchase of coffee. Let's do this.
I mean, for Sorkai, that's an amazing delicacy to have a warm cup of coffee.
Oh yeah,
right.
you would have to
hot cup of coffee in Sorkai.
And we have like parts of like imported Sorkai things as well. Like we have these like polar reindeer sausages that are like cut up that you can have like on the side.
I think we brought mostly mana crystals, didn't we?
You did largely stock the hold with a ridiculous amount of mana.
Well, damn it.
Yeah. I think we forgot the reindeer jerky, unfortunately.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Where's it? Where's the reindeer jerky? My breakfast is ruined.
I mean, Ceres has teleporter circle.
Aha!
What a use of a 6th level spell to go get reindeer jerky.
Amadas grasps.
I know have a way that you'd have to be spending multiple spell slots to teleport that from.
It would be. I would have to. Yeah.
Critical mission.
How far away is it?
Each for quick reference, one province is considered 100 miles. Just quick reference.
Yeah, so I'd be looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 to get back to Sorkai. So that's and then 4 back. It would take me like 3 days.
Even if you went to your closest province, that's still 2 jumps to the closest province and 2 jumps back.
Yeah, so it'd take me 2 days.
Disaster.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay, fine.
I'm powerful, but not that powerful.
Sadly, Ceres' teleportation does not yet have the 10 province range yet.
Yeah,
but you did manage to pack the barrel of cloudberries, right? As he narrows his eyes.
Estinian was in charge of packing the ship, not Ceres.
Well, Estinian is a trusty fellow. He would never let me down, right?
He would never forget the berries.
No, that would be ridiculous.
Surely.
Absolutely ridiculous.
They are currently on ice in the hold, but yes.
Oh, he's remembered them.
There you go.
Bizarre.
Hey, they are to be served. Cloudberries is a northern delicacy.
He will not be executed today.
And Seal has minor illusion spells, right? Is that something she still has?
I have still illusions, yes.
Hey, request then is to produce illusions of northern lights, the aurora borealis, like over the garden as well.
You have an illusion scene for them.
Aye, there you go. Perfect. I need to set the scene, you know?
Oh, this is a whole scene.
Mm-hmm.
How long does
Oh,
that last? That lasts an hour? That's a pretty
Ah.
good duration.
That's a handy duration. of that.
Yeah. Halldamir, I'm hearing something crackling from your mic time to time.
Is
Just
it?
you know. Yeah, it's time to time like crackling.
Didn't hear
But
too
yes.
much of it, but yeah.
Okay.
There is a corner for it's a ceiling. If you want the aurora, the northern feeling,
Yes.
you know, it's higher up.
Mm-hmm. The servants can, cook
the
up
servants are fairly
um,
proficient and are able to cook a good variety of food. Obviously, their expertise ends up being in it's like high imperial dining.
Mhm.
But they can prepare a variety of meals from all over the continent if there's anything in particular that strikes your request.
Oh,
Though they are sad to say they do not have reindeer in their larder.
yeah. Well, you know, there's those British breakfast muffin things.
Oh, of course.
Scones? Is that what they're called?
I think
Or
so.
is it muffins?
I mean, there's just muffins that everyone
yeah,
else
sure.
calls English
Like-
muffins.
You put marmalade on.
Oh, you could. Yeah.
Okay. Is that great? I don't know. I
I
haven't been in England in a while to have breakfast, so
Scones
about of
are like
touch.
the cream and jam sort of variety.
Oh, okay. Sure, sure.
Yeah. You could put marmalade
And then
on
we
a
have
muffin.
and then we have those like multi-tiered platters, you know, with like cucumber sandwiches
For
and
like
some
high
nuts on it.
tea, like that sort of vibe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Stuff like that for sure.
That can certainly be arranged if that is your desire.
There's also one more reparation I'm gonna make.
Oh.
Just in
Mhm.
case. And that's gonna be a peaceful bubble over the area. No
Peaceful
crying,
bubble.
no these kind of things.
Of course, of course.
You know.
You'll just ward
There's
that
no
over the.
spying eyes in
I
this
shall just
area.
ward that over the garden.
Yeah.
Yes. First this and then the aurora.
Hmm.
Because you know this lasts for 24 hours.
Thus, the scene is set.
Okay. Let me take a consideration then. It sounds like it's rather complex breakfast we're going for here.
It is ostentatious, but not braggingly so. It's like you are stylish and everything is very expensive and exclusive, but it's not like obviously for bragging, although it is low key for bragging, of course. But if you make it obvious for bragging, then you appear nouveau riche, and that's very, that's very gauche. We can't do that.
I think I will set breakfast up to be. I think I'll set the scene up to be 4 stages. Makes sense to me.
Alright.
Firstly, a meet and greet with the king to start with. Then everyone can sit down for sandwiches. Then a bit of tea, and then another like 15 minutes of chatting after that, and that will complete your 1 hour of your breakfast party. It seems like it could be a fair number of turns for this. Okay. Have invited some guests. And as it turns out, Count was on occasion. He'll certainly make his way.
I'm getting some cutout from your
Yes.
DDS.
Like your noise
Oh.
gate's a bit high.
That's odd.
Cutting you out.
Well, the Count, like Redhorn, does in fact come to join.
Ah, charmed.
As does Mr. Barnsworth.
Also
Ugh,
charmed.
Barnes.
However, there are a few more guests that show up.
You would think Ceres likes money.
Well, it's not your money, so that's why they didn't like it.
Who is she again? Forgive me, I forgot.
Eve.
She is Seal's friend. She is also the sister of Basque Marithia.
She is also one of the youngest mages in the Imperial Council.
Well, yeah, one of the youngest official court mages.
She was also the girl that at the Silver Swift ball we originally attended was the one who spent the entire night in the sex dungeons.
Right.
And Mikas might also have informed King about other things.
Sure.
See, does anyone else make their immediate attendance? Nobody else will make their immediate attendance at the party. Nobody of importance will make their immediate attendance at the party. Yes, no one else has made their attendance as of this time.
All right then.
The Tressum can take the Dwemer Cub can take Isaac's place in the lineup. Okay. I will enter us into a social initiative here. You may roll normal perception or your choice of one of the social skills as your initiative.
Very well.
How do we roll that as initiative again?
It will set a tone if you're going with a particular social skill. So,
can I was thinking, is Amnas anything but intimidating ever? I guess he's diplomatic. he's been diplomatic in the past.
How do we roll it as initiative again? I don't remember.
When you open up your sheet on your left-hand side next to initiative, you'll have a little drop-down box saying perception.
Oh, I see.
You can change that to any other skill.
Excellent.
Yeah, see, it's too early in the morning for Amnas to be very diplomatic, but here we are.
Do inform me if you're deciding to use battle cry as part of initiative.
Charge at
Just demoralizes everybody.
Yeah.
Oh God, please.
Your Majesty. Where's the reindeer?
I demand jerky.
No, I don't.
It truly is the way. One of the people with the best bonuses goes last. Not the NPC set, at least.
I rolled a natural 18 again.
Turns out Ceres is in fact ready for diplomacy.
It's funny that, isn't it?
You all arrive. At you're already there at your beautiful garden, but you see your first of your guests arriving. Firstly, a few petty nobles, and then you see some of the other notable figures begin to enter in. It's only a small breakfast. There's only a couple of people here. But, well, no need to overcrowd it at this immediately first thing in the morning, is there?
I mean, there's probably some random minor functionaries and whatnot around as well,
Right.
but they're beneath notice. You know?
Yes, there are a couple of other individuals, but if I've not put them on here, it's because in the end their effect on the grand scheme of things is so negligible that who cares?
It's like the big Nobel Prize dinner celebration. You know, there's a lot of tables, but it's a center table that's the most important.
Mm-hmm. And very much the same here. There's a couple of minor people. There is a few merchants here interested in discussing about mana trade, that sort of thing. But they're not big buyers. They're not going to make any big change to your economy. It's they're here. You'll do minor diplomacy on the side of them. They aren't that important. Sad, but undeniable truth here. As initiative starts up here, I will let you invoke Isaac to try and take a study on one of the people currently in front of you.
I feel
As
like
lead on initiative, Ceres, you'll get to make a decision. So
yeah, I think the person we know the least about is Count Ike Redhorn. We know
all you know about him so far is he's apparently a flirt.
apparently, but I've already triggered that
Perfect.
critical.
Yes, you've already triggered that
ability.
weakness, and it cannot be triggered again.
Get him, Ceres. Get him.
I mean, you know, he's a handsome man.
Fucking eviscerate this man politically.
Politically.
Just modify his memory and then keep triggering it every single time.
Yes.
Nice to meet you
Now,
again.
I'm impressed. That's a Halldamir move right there that you came up with. That's awesome.
Perhaps it's a good thing that your royal enforcer, who does in fact have modified memory as one of her spells, is not here.
I don't have such spells at the moment, fortunately.
Finally
Pathfinder
having
version
natural
of me.
charms.
Yes, which has already won him over significantly so far.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So who would you like to learn information about? Is it more about the count then?
Yeah, I think I think about the Count. We already know Montgomery likes his money, and Seal knows a bit about Eve. So yeah, the Count.
Let me have a look. Count, what is your DC? Where's my DC chart? Yeah. Isaac will inform the group, whispering to you as a tiny little mouse, that it does appear, from reputation, Ike is also an exceptionally proud individual. So, in addition to being quite, in addition to being a flirt, perhaps appeals to vanity or appeals to his pride may work well. Or if you're looking to antagonize him, besmirching his honor.
Interesting.
Use the sin of vanity as you wish.
Interesting. Well, I think we'll start off where we need to start off every time anyway, and that is with Ceres making an impression on everybody.
Yes, because you can make the free impression right now.
Need to add familiar's bonus to this. She's still an ambassador.
It's very funny. Ambassador.
What does it look like when your familiar is supporting you?
You know, she makes because she can speak, she can actually make little like quips and smart remarks. She you know, her master is very intelligent, so clearly Amaryllis as well. And also adorable, so that always helps.
Those in attendance seem reasonably impressed.
As they should be. I think then I am gonna try a somewhat diagonal move here. I think Ceres is gonna try and speak to Barnsworth. I think she's going to sort of go with sort of friendly talk, but my target isn't necessarily Philip. My target is actually the Count. So, Ceres has already caught his eye and already sort of got herself on his radar. And she's also nearly 7 feet tall in heels. So, she's...
You are in fact the tallest person at breakfast.
Exactly. So she's going to, while talking to Farnsworth, sort of play the long distance game of trying to get the Count basically to quote unquote save her from the conversation that she's having with Farnsworth. And hopefully butter him up into a more lax conversation when he finally gets pulled away.
It seems quite manipulative to me.
Very manipulative, yes. Yep, absolutely.
To my mind, it feels like a performance or a deception.
Either is fine by me. You know, I think performance feels better for this. I don't particularly have anything. Actually, I might have something for deception, I believe. No, that's never mind.
Yeah, this doesn't really sound like a direct influence. It definitely sounds like more setting yourself up to have a stronger moment with Ike.
Yes, exactly. All right, performance it is. Let's give it a go. A terrible roll. We have
also, of course, as a reminder for everyone, since it's a new session, gain a hero point.
Yeah, I was just about to ask that. I will re-roll that one. And fumble. Excellent. Great start.
It appears that
Oh dear.
It appears that Count Ike is not the best at spotting your subtle feminine cues you're trying to hand him.
And Ike.
And instead you end up being stuck in a very long conversation with Montgomery Barnsworth. Oh, have you seen the latest ticker prices when it comes to the trade of mana? Your entire industry.
Ceres loathes this
It's
man.
very dry. It's very boring.
It's like ending up next to an economist at a dinner party. Oh,
You have literally ended up next to an economist at a dinner party.
It is an economist.
worst. It's my worst nightmare.
Ceres wishes she
Exact-
didn't speak 7 languages.
Like Montgomery's literal thing on my own notes is economist. That is his literal job title.
You know what? If I end next to an economist at dinner and I'm like, oh, so what do you do? And it's like, I golf, and I'm like, I'd rather like cut myself and bleed all over this table than listen to this. Like,
So Ceres currently needs a bit of rescuing, but Vickers.
I actually imagine Morales just leaves.
Actually, what is he blabbing to you about boring stuff?
Yeah. Like,
I mean, maybe
trade.
About financial
Racist.
forecasts.
yes, financial forecast.
Oh.
Should
I
invest in gold.
shudder.
That's very solid.
Do you think he like legal stuff? I don't know.
Legal or merchant.
Yeah,
Mercantile law. I think that fits.
that makes
his
sense. But I don't
wheelhouse.
have it, so maybe just try and get some more info about the good old Montgomery here. I feel a society would be pretty good since he's quite outspoken. Should be easy to figure out what makes him
Sure,
tick.
you can roll a society to study him.
Yeah, I'll study him.
Well, he is not exactly a man of subtlety.
No. Definitely not.
Mr. Barnsworth and his family are very well known throughout much of the Empire, though maybe not to all's joy.
Yeah.
They themselves have wormed their way, and worming is probably the best way of describing it, into every single little industry which they think might be profitable, with various family members specializing in everything from banking to accounting to shipwrights to the mana trade to everything else in between.
Makes sense.
One of the only areas they do not have anything in is military. If only perhaps because the Barnsworth family well, let's say none of them have the quite physique to hold a sword that well.
Right.
All the butter. I mean, I forgot his barns were.
Yeah.
Recent ventures from Montgomery himself that you'd be aware of that perhaps might give you an in to work does include apparently him doing several negotiations with some of the dwarves over doing mining contracts on the behalf of the Empire.
Okay.
Use that to your knowledge. Regardless of that, is your discovery over? Count Ike. Yes, you do have an agenda of your own here. As he's actually going to have an approach and your ears is all the opening reception of the dinner of your breakfast at the moment, a kind of meet and greet moment. As he will approach over to the. Are you still wearing your spiky, slightly skull-ridden armor?
I mean, yeah.
Just making sure. The tales do not exaggerate. Such a fearsome physique you keep, Your Majesty.
Oh, you. Amnas is immediately taken in.
Oh gosh.
Even in some of the far corners of the realm, word has spread of you, and of the fear that you've struck into your foes. Call me impressed.
Do go on.
All I really can't figure out is why you've ordained to spend your time with us. Not that I'm complaining. It seems that of late, at least according to the rumors, that you'd have far more important things to be dealing with.
Amnas will smile politely at this highly sophisticated and vastly knowledgeable and wise man. And he will say, well, duty is, of course, its own reward. But every now and then it is also nice to meet other important and successful players in this game of imperial politics. He looks at my brother. I have also heard a bit about you, Count Redhorn, and your. Let's see. He's the steward, right? He's the steward of.
No. He's just the
No.
account of.
He is the Count of Red Rock Valley,
Mm.
and a rather esteemed swordsman in his own right, from what you'd know.
The region you're considering is Lord Van Horn.
Ah, that's why.
Yeah.
There are two horns, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So many horns. Well, your skill at arms, I am told, is also quite impressive. Perhaps we should have a small competition at some point, eh?
Oh, you flatter me with the offer, though I do know I would stand no chance against someone as skilled as yourself. Though I do appreciate the offer. He is spending his turn buttering up Amonis.
It's working.
Amonis, you'll be counted as distracted in your next turn and take a -2 on all social checks, but you can still act. But you're a little bit distracted by being all flattered at the moment.
Oh, so nice. Someone appreciates me.
The king all flustered over here.
Yeah.
He's not used to receiving compliments. Genuine compliments.
Genuine compliments.
No.
They're normally fear riddled.
He's used to those.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just being suave and actually complimental. It's great.
Madness.
You really got me off guard, Halldamir, with this move.
Please
Oh,
come
well.
and save Ceres.
You know what? Sure, Ciel can save you. Just like Count Ike, flattery is a very good way to men's heart or belly, whatever. Ciel would like to use influence on Count Barnsford to, have a performance for Count's, family's tale of great mercantile victories and grand acceptance, so flattering with like a song and distracting so Ceres can flee. Because technically CL is under Ceres's, work line.
It's true.
This sounds like perhaps you would like to interfere with Sir Barnsworth here.
I'm specifically looking to influence him.
You're going to try and directly engage him instead.
Yes, directly engage him by a flattering song or performance.
The golden rains of Castamere.
Yes.
It's raining
Oh,
gold.
good.
I prefer the
Ciel
real
is
rain.
a versatile performer, so I can use performance over, making impression, diplomacy, all that.
That's fine then.
Again, interpretive dance.
Song on it. It's a flattering song.
It is a very flattering song. He was right in the middle of about to tell Ceres about the extremely important difference in how copper's price has been fluctuating recently. But just before, he ends up pausing and listening to your sweet performance, and instead just raising his glass a little bit as he listens along, a little bit enamored. Okay, perhaps more than a little bit. Since you're singing his praises, how can
His and his family's praises.
Well, you clearly have good taste, my dear. That counts as a critical success. You can gain 2 points of them. Sir Barnsworth is enamored by such a beautiful song. He would like to tell Ciel all about, he would like to regale you with all about his great family history and all the good he's done for the Empire. Ciel may not get out of this unscathed. Please make me a will save. You do just barely get out of this unscathed. You were about to be stupefied by listening to him constantly. You technically only got a success, but performance heart, when you roll a success and a will save, get a critical success instead.
I think she's gonna add, to make it this critical, she's gonna be, I know now how to add another chapter to your story in a song.
Deflecting away before he has a chance.
Yes.
Fluttering her eyelashes.
While you have been debuffed, you've not been interrupted, so you may do as you wish.
I need to have a look at the map. Let's see here.
You want to see where his territory is?
Yes.
It's one of the ones you're actually considering taking.
Yeah, that's what I was recalling. I imagine like Vikas is like whispering in his ear. It's one of the ones you're considering, my lord.
Hear it in your head.
Yeah.
It's not whispering around here. I heard.
Very good point.
Yes. Well, I mean, I think then that
If you want to see the world map, is of course at the top. You can toggle to it if you need to.
Yeah, I'm toggling. It's just loading at the moment.
Very well.
But I think I will engage him a little bit and lean on the martial side of it. Is his is he just known for being a good warrior, or is the whole region like known for warriors?
He is known to be a good warrior, though you don't know much about the region per se.
All right.
Though you are free to roll have a quick knowledge check to see if you know anything further about the region. But
That seems highly unlikely, but I am trained in society, so you never know. Let me consider. All right, that's a good roll.
okay. Red Rock Valley is it's not really known much when it comes to necessarily martial intent. Its main area. It has been well known, however, is due to the valley's kind of the mountain valley's protection. There is a beautiful forest that kind of deep, nestled into the woodlands, where there's quite a lot of actual really good hunting that many individuals, many nobles would even go there to, well, be able to go on grand hunts. It's quite a renowned thing, actually. You quite remember now. You even being invited to on several occasions.
Right, of course.
It's become a tradition there. By whoever has held that title for Red Rock Valley to always host these grand hunts every couple of years.
All right, fair enough.
But the region is not very well known for military.
Right. So we know of his pride. We know of his horniness. Has not super good attack points for me here, but I think Amanas will lean a little bit into the martial aspect, because if Count Redhorn is known as a decent warrior, surely he can appreciate the power of a strong leader, and how such a strong leader can help guide a country that is, beset by all manner of just absolutely terrible things. We don't need a corrupt court far away in Imperial City or anything. You need men of action, such as Amanas himself, for example. And I will lean on intimidation here, like, not threatening him, but, presenting the just raw, bristling array of arms and violence that Amanas represents, and how good it would be to be on his side in a conflict. Let me just double check, because something is crossed off here and I'm not sure.
It might be type bonus.
Your intimidating prowess is currently crossed off. That's because you're not physically.
I'm not physically menacing him, right? That's the condition of it.
Mm-hmm.
He's not physically menaced. Nope.
You have not gone and broken a table to try and prove your might or something.
Just smash the table into pieces in front of him.
That's for round 3.
Yeah. Pretty damn good roll.
Despite being flattered, you managed to keep your composure pretty well.
He also has a -1 to resist intimidation checks from me, because he's my aura of despair.
To say the least.
Eerie feeling.
Yeah, they're just creepy.
To say the least, though he doesn't seem to comment directly in a way that would be fearful, you definitely tell, regardless, by perhaps a few more slightly nervous sips, that your message got across.
Yeah.
Though he does well to not miss a beat and keep it rather concealed for the most part. But influence goes up to 4 with him.
Hey.
Nice.
Strong face, but your message was clear. Eve's turn. Let's see, Eve, what are you up to at the moment? Eve is going to cozy up over towards CL and start complimenting you on your great performance, giving you a slight clap and a round of applause. Very much singing CL's praises a little bit here. CL, you will receive a +1 bonus on your next attempt to make an influence if done next turn, as you're being talked up a little bit.
+1/+4. Okay.
As that will end.
I think your phone might be a bit too close to your mic, Dark, because we hear phone update sounds every now and then.
Oh, I'll move that out of the way. There you go, that can go all the way behind me.
I thought it was my phone for. I'd leave mine by the cable all the time.
In my case, it was just on my desk next to me, which is, pretty close to the microphone as well.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
It is now entered the first stage of kind of the sit down period as you enter round 2. As sandwiches are now being brought around. Whoever you sit to will make a difference, as you may not necessarily be getting up between rounds 2 and 3. So keep that in mind. But you may proceed.
Okay, so who I interact with now, I'm stuck with for the 2 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Though you can potentially do something from where you're sitting without getting up, but you may have a harder time influencing someone across the room.
Yeah.
Across the garden. So.
Be reminded of what our potential actions are again.
You can attempt to discover additional information. Let's see if I can pin the message for you. Actually, you may attempt to gain additional information. Doing a discovery. You may attempt to influence someone. Targeting a social skill or a knowledge skill you think that might be effective. You may attempt to interfere with someone, intercept, to attempt to weaken or interrupt them. Or you may attempt to set up an ally, or yourself, improving your odds for the next turn. And alternatively, you might have a different idea in mind, but those are the basic 4 options you have at any time. I've pinned it for you, though, for your reference.
So, the player in me wants to tackle Barnsworth to deal with his negatives, but Ceres loathes the man. So
I'd be forced to sit down for half an hour with him.
You can leave Barnsworth for me.
Alright, I will...
It was like what Jonas was saying before. Do you really want to sit down for half an hour for a meal with an economist?
Yeah. Okay.
I have some skill fitting for Barnsworth. So
Who just wants to talk about his stock portfolio or something. Like, oh my God.
He also might perhaps want to sell you a stock portfolio, so
I mean, if he can sell me a house, I can very okay,
Oh, he'll sell you a house.
He'll sell
Don't
you
you
a
worry
house,
about that.
yeah.
He has this lovely timeshare. Invested his gold, I have.
Alright, Ceres will, in that case, go and probably sit with Eve.
Interesting.
And I think Ceres is going to go with, like, it's not so much a discover on her. Ceres sort of wants to,
You want to learn something about a different individual, perhaps?
Yes, I'm thinking of Bask through her. Alternatively, now that the
There's no
thoughts
reason
just
you can't attempt to gather information about a different party.
the thoughts just come into my mind instead. Eve's already doesn't like her brother, but I wonder if we could fully bring her onto our side. Perhaps potentially she could help us.
There is a
passion.
chance for it. I know it.
Yeah. So okay, Ceres will come sit with Eve, and effectively start the conversation. Say, like, she still has the ring on that Steel gave her, right? Ceres can
She does.
recognize that ring.
In addition to being inside a peaceful bubble at the moment.
Yeah, that too. Ceres will, like, sort of a smile to Eve, like knowingly look to the ring and say, it must be a pain to always be listened in on, not be trusted. It's a breath of fresh air to be within the employ of someone who can actually trust those that help him.
Oh, you know how it is. Deep paranoia, suspicion. It runs deep in these sort of crowds.
It does, seemingly. Sharing one's own blood doesn't seem to matter. It's a shame. Perhaps cooler environs could settle one's head. And free it of listening.
Perhaps, though, as long as there is a burning heat from below, who knows?
I think that heat will be... the fire of that heat will be snuffed out in, hopefully, short order. Perhaps, if we can just find the right fan to help blow the flames out.
You're coyly trying to influence her here. Go ahead. She enjoys these slight little mind games.
Go ahead. I'll take it.
And it turns out you make a great conversation partner over cucumber sandwiches.
Oh.
That definitely counts as a critical success with her.
No other personalities joined for this portion of E.
Nobody else has joined you so far. Appears to be just kind of you all here and a couple of petty people who don't matter. Trust me, though, Barnsworth is giving them all a wonderful lecture on his stock portfolio.
So how does intercepting work? Do I ready myself to do it, or do I just do something that will...
You pick an individual who you want to interrupt, and you describe how you are either interrupting or debuffing them, or trying to, depending on what your methodology is. An example before was the guards would have blocked Ceres from going downstairs in the mansion, and Amnis just completely distracted them. But also an example is Ike buttering up Amnis.
I would like to intercept Barnsworth here. While he's giving his wonderful lecture on the stocks and all, I want to quiz him about the legal quandaries behind what he's doing, and if he's adhering to it. Basically, just like any time he says something that seems a little bit too exaggerated, I butt in and be like, "Oh, but doesn't the law say this? Are you sure?"
You're going to be a nuisance with the law.
Yeah, try and keep him off his feet.
You may roll a legal law. On a critical success, you will outright block him.
All right.
On a simple failure, you will simply debuff him. Or sorry, on a normal success, you'll debuff him.
35.
It's
It's the
pretty
highest you can
good.
roll, roughly. 18.
You keep him so much on his toes that it doesn't seem he's really able to get a good word out edgewise one way or another in his conversations.
Wonderful.
He will miss his next turn.
Ah, get him. Awesome.
Ah, the good Mr. Redhorn. Nobody's chosen to sit with him yet. But he will invite Amonas over to him because clearly they have more to discuss. They haven't finished their conversation yet.
Uh-huh.
As he will invoke you to sit next.
Or
And
the
technically, or the
spare.
spare one, but that's not.
Yes, yes. Gloom
kingly
settles
presence.
over the breakfast. Yes.
Because I've got your martial aura on toggle. I have not got the aura of despair on toggle, so that just hits everything.
Grrr.
As he will sit you down and well, he will thank you for such a delightful breakfast. Though he still seems to be slightly on edge after your previous implied power.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's okay.
I've not been in control of my lands for that long, but neither have you been back on the scene for that long. I'm a man like yourself. I'm sure you don't get very much time for such, but would you perhaps consider doing me the honor at some point of joining one of the hunts? It is quite the excursion. Perhaps we'll give you a good break from all of this drabness sometimes. You know how the nobles get. They constant bickering, constant gossiping. Sometimes a good retreat out with simply your weapons and on a nice hunt is all you need, isn't it?
Very nice. Speak in Amonas's language.
He recognizes the kindred soul. As he's going to make a roll here. What's Amonis' will DC? It's not enough. Okay.
My will DC is 31.
You are not completely blocked by his conversation this turn. You will merely be flattered again.
Mm-hmm.
His talks nearly got you so engrossed that you forgot to do anything else.
Oh, he's a very charming man.
Also, apparently Isaac approves of the idea of going on a hunt.
Seal is gonna go truck with Barnsworth.
Join up the top thing.
Yeah. Was that +1 to any roll or just performance?
It was to any influence you make this round.
Influence.
Which is basically anything you're using to try and boost his opinion.
Yeah, I'm going to, there's this angle of like legal lore and mercantile, and Seal has both of those. But what Seal does like, and what is part of like trading and things is risk and reward and gambling. So not directly, but I will try to influence him, like via gambling, and giving him more like a gray line on all that legal lore jabber. Is my angle. I could use like a legal lore mercenary, but I think combination of them and how Vigas acts It's more gonna be like gambling of like going around things, but not like breaking everything. High risk, high reward.
Legal law might be more appropriate here, but
Oh, I can use legal law.
the two lawyers have got Barnsworth.
Yeah, but I like to influence him, basically.
Yep, you can influence him. I'll try.
You know, I'm taking his side.
I'm just fact checking. You're just actually giving a good conversation.
Yeah, you know, I'm giving you what is word? Counteraction on your legal debate on Barnsworth's behalf.
If nothing else, you're able to put in some excellent defenses for him versus Vicus's own attacks.
Bad cop, good cop. Let's go.
And you're able to help point out some ways that he could perhaps adjust his business practices to remain within the bounds of the law. Something he takes great interest in as well, being within the bounds of the law gets rid of pesky issues Vickers is bringing up, and hey, he might even be able to make more money if he does it correctly. Who knows? The argument of more money does seem effective.
So it does.
Though, it doesn't appear that the law is his greatest concern in the world. But it will still add an extra point onto his influence tracker. Perhaps not as effective as you expected.
It's a good distraction, though, because he hates it.
Your turn is being skipped. Amos.
Yeah.
Yes. A good hunt. Yes. Hunting is certainly fun, but has the good count ever visited the frozen north? Has he seen and hunted a noble caribou, for example?
Tell me more, Your Majesty.
Oh, certainly. As I'm gonna try to I guess I'm gonna like try to impress him. Like his valley is all nice and good, of course, but maybe he wants would be interested to come up and visit. See the northern lights, hunt the noble caribou. I don't know if we have mammoths up there, but maybe he could wrestle a
There
bear.
are, in fact, mammoths.
There we go.
Worst case, you have Isaac, but there are mammoths.
We could take a slightly racist tour of the indigenous elves village or something.
Oh, good.
Something royals do.
There are still many ruins that have not yet been excavated.
Yes. See.
My God, no.
I am a king. This is what I do.
Yeah.
So I guess diplomacy. I'm gonna try to.
Diplomacy could be appropriate, either that or trying to give like a vivid description of the far north with nature.
Yes.
Are you good at that?
I have nature trained as part of being a cavalier, actually.
Okay.
Because it comes with that. So I could go for nature. It's a bit worse, but I think that might be more appropriate here. So let's try nature. Oh, well, you see.
19, not bad.
Pretty good. Trying.
You know,
the noble caribou is described in incredible detail.
He does seem rather impressed with your vivid descriptions of the far north. And perhaps you even impress yourself with your own memory there.
Oh, the
See what happens when you don't drink. Actually, remember thing.
Grips the delicate tea cup in his like mailed gauntleted fist. Yes. Sips and yes, the noble caribou, the winter-swept plains, the beautiful seaside town of Sorbet, Oh, the fishing. Oh, wonderful. And if you really want to trust your prowess, there are plenty of nature up there to kick your ass.
He does seem to enjoy the idea of a challenge, and also recalls back to several hunting trips he's taken and some of the delicious wild fish that he's managed to catch, and then proceed to cook up, describing also in detail from his perspective.
Oh, delightful.
Very much. He enjoys the outdoors more than he enjoys the courtly.
A man after my own heart, Count Redhorn.
Has Amethyst made a friend?
Maybe a bro.
I didn't know that was
Someone to
possible.
bro out with.
Yeah, I know. It's like character development. Amethyst making a friend.
I thought that was illegal.
Well,
I thought it was
That's
in the
nothing I
Constitution.
yeah, Vickers is immediately incredibly suspicious.
I mean, in fairness, that would be like Amethyst's first friend outside Vicus in like how long?
Magic must
Makes
be
the
involved.
sign, seize him. Put him to the question.
Well, Ceres, you have deigned to put yourself in front of Eve down here.
Oh, that's true.
And she seems rather amused to simply speak with you and continue being a little bit coy on some of the various subjects. Though you do ever get the impression from her that she is not happy with her brother's control of the family lands. She does have starkly different viewpoints. Perhaps also very much shown by the fact that she started positive with you and he starts deeply negative. You know, I have been meaning to have a chance to sit down with you. I have heard quite a lot about your magical abilities. I don't know if you've been informed. I have been recently appointed as one of many court mages down in the Radiant Spire. It's quite an honor, actually.
She will look dutifully mildly impressed.
But I'm sure my skills are nothing compared to your own and those of your people.
The flattery is real.
You're at a noble party, what do you expect?
Parties. That's what I expect. Where's the partying?
Where's the glow stick?
As she is going to go ahead and she's actually making a discovery roll of her own here.
Oh
my god.
As she's attempting to learn more information, about Ceres's magical abilities. How tight-lipped are you attempting to be with that?
With Ceres's magic, she's somewhat open with how, like, not the fullest extent. Say, like, put it in like spell ranks. She's quite open up to like 4th and 5th. Not so much the like teleportation side of things. And she's very tight-lipped about the time magic.
Okay, let's see what she manages to get out of.
Which beats my DC.
It is quite an engaging conversation, though you think you let a bit more than you intended slip. She learns quite a bit about Ceres through this engagement. But she is so charming to speak to sometimes.
You know, that's fair. Fair.
What she wants to do with that information, yeah, different question. But
yeah.
The new round begins. There is no major changes, but sandwiches have mostly been eaten now, and it's mostly fresh tea and fresh coffee being brought around for everyone. Theris, it's the top of the round for you.
It is the top of the round for me.
Attempting to influence someone else who is not adjacent to you may be difficult.
Mm-hmm. No, that's
though
fine.
you may still attempt to do discoveries or attempt to do other actions against other people, just obviously in the context that you're kind of engaged at the moment.
No, of course. No, I think Ceres will coyly beat around the bush until to sort of get across the concept that if things went our direction, then with how close Ceres and the party are to the Duchess, if things went according to plan, perhaps they would be able to arrange for a change in power for the House of Merithia and the running of their land. Or of the port, because they're the Viscounts of the... Bask is the Viscount of the port, right?
Yes, he's a Viscount of the Port of Cadesia.
Yeah, so sort of suggesting that if things went our way and she were to be able to help in that, then perhaps a change of power in the Port of Cadesia is required. How this go? 30.
You speak with her for some time and play into her clear desires here, which he does seem quite keen about. As your influence with her rises some more. She does her best to stay quite reserved in the matter. It's clear that she's considering.
All right. Well, I don't suppose that, like, trying to remember, like, what society governs.
Society governs culture, basic technology, skills in writing.
Yeah, so it's also economic stuff as well, right?
It would, yes. Laws, economics.
So I could use
yes.
that, attempt to use that to influence good old Barnes here, given
potentially, if you think that's something that might work on him.
I don't really have much. I mean, I know he doesn't really like legal that much, but I doubt his underworld lore would work with him that much either.
I'd be bad continue, legal and then the underworld.
Yeah, just switch it up, right? Like, just confuse the hell out of him. Good to do some again, but I feel like...
I mean, you can talk about it over mines. Maybe. That's an angle that you have an access.
True. Maybe he's interested in mana mines, because they are very profitable, and he does know... He has contacts with individuals that may be interested in financial...
You are aware of the same information as before, which is the fact that apparently he's even been sent right now to, handle a bunch of trade negotiations on their empire's behalf with dwarven mines. So
yeah, let's use the mining lore here and give him some advice from someone who has worked in those and also has some close knowledge of people who are in the trade. How about that? Try and impress him with how much I know. Mining lore. Okay, I'm gonna hero point that because that's 2. Can't be worse.
best roll, I'll admit.
There we go. It's not bad. Trained lore.
Though perhaps off to a rocky start, you do eventually manage to hit onto something with him. Perhaps bringing up also how profitable your own mines have been.
Yes.
As he does seem to, well, you do bring up some decent points. You do seem to keep his attention with it.
Alright.
Though he does seem to believe himself to know better in these matters, but you do still build some influence with him.
Well, it's enough to push him over threshold, so
That pushed them over, so he's now only giving a -2 penalty instead,
it's nice.
which means actually you're no longer in the negatives with your influence.
That's good. Getting
As,
there.
as you're now only taking a -6 from NPCs. Hey, progress.
Yeah.
As he does seem to soften his position slightly, and perhaps noting your expertise. Admitting that he thought he didn't think much of your realm after your group had dismissed him. Assuming you wouldn't be able to find an economist able to handle that northern myth. But he does seem to be nodding along. Lord Redhorn is going to just spend his turn just continuing his pleasant chat with Amanus. This is, well, he's met great new company. It's been very, very pleasant.
It's delightful.
And as the talks go back and forth, he does not feel the need to do anything too special at the moment. He's just going to have a nice chat about Amanus, and perhaps discuss some of your battle histories.
Oh, what a lovely topic.
He'll spend his time learning more about Amanus, though I don't think Amanus particularly minds recounting his battles.
No, I quite enjoys it.
Again, we've got two kindred souls here, so
People think with this mercantile talk and mining talk, Ciel is gonna try to, like merchant to merchant with Barnsworth. As much as she can, as much as she has the ability to do so.
can you
But,
out merchant the economist?
No, but I most likely can just continue the pleasant conversation.
Okay.
Hopefully. But the purpose is to influence. I don't have any bonuses on this. No. 25? It's okay.
You hold a decent conversation with Sir Barnsworth. And, well, he's not easy to beat on the economic front.
He's not trying to beat him.
But you are able to keep his interest at minimum, which is very much good enough in the matter. It's an interesting topic for him, and he appreciates that. Gain 1 point of influence.
Yes. Yes.
Just need one more.
Oh, he gets a turn now.
Oh no.
Before I was so rudely interrupted before, actually, both of you seem quite knowledgeable on the matters here. Have you ever considered, given the strategic location of your realm, he's going to begin going into a whole bunch of grandiose ideas that are completely ridiculous to actually afford.
Okay.
But he's going to go on a massive talk of grand projects and designs. Some of which sound like vanity projects, but, well. Yes. You both please make me a will save.
Yeah. No, not
Oh
bad.
boy.
Wow.
CL, you're fine. Vickers, you
Yeah.
succeed, but success still has a consequence.
Damn. All right.
You're getting a bit of a headache from it.
Oh. Oh
As
God,
you're
I'm
now,
stupefied.
as
Jesus
you're now
Christ.
stupefied too.
No.
Which also, funny enough, also means there's a chance that your telepathic messages just fail because you can't concentrate.
It's true.
Just getting a headache listening to him talk and like slather over the idea of more money.
Boy.
He almost drools at the concept of more money.
Hmm.
He mentions like Ciel is listening, but there's the monkey going around Ciel's head. Just that's so claiming a song.
If you had failed that, you've just lost your turn. So.
Yeah.
And there's also a special thing on critical failure, which means he would have somehow lost money to him.
Oh,
He would have
no.
made you invest in some crazy idea of his.
Maybe give him money. He's happy.
No.
I mean, bribery is a social approach.
I mean, I'm gonna see what's going on here, and although he is riveted by the conversation of manly pursuits with Count Redhorn here, he will sort of snap his gaze over to Montgomery Philip Barnsworth, and then over the table say, Mr. Barnsworth, your interest in our economic growth is inspiring. And since you have visited my realm, I am sure you have many fascinating ideas for such investments. So my question to you is, why won't you invest? Intimidation.
Oh, you're going to try to get him to invest?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And he can't back out because he's already said of such a great
Exactly.
plan.
Exactly.
If it's such a great idea, why don't you do it yourself?
Exactly.
Uh,
A man of his incredible savvy.
All right.
31. He has a -1 to his defenses because of the aura.
I'm noting that. He can't easily back out.
He's at a table. It's the worst place to be.
Where you insist, Mike.
Are you stuck at a table with the economist, or the economist stuck at the table with you?
Exactly. Time to flip the script.
Quite a diplomatic move.
Thank you. Thank you.
You will not gain any influence with Mr. Barnsworth for this act. However, I will add 10 build points to the treasury.
There you go.
You just shamed him into investing.
Amnes will smile as the papers are drawn up and says, a very wise and prudent decision.
As he begrudgingly gives a donation to future project work.
Yes. We promised to name like a street after him or something.
Oh, good. A nice little plaque on the side of a street somewhere.
Yes, exactly. This is the Montgomery Philip Barnsworth Orphanage.
Public will.
Oh, delightful.
Shared by the masses, not an economic thing at all.
As we have, partaken in the refreshing waters of his economic insight, so shall the masses now also take part of his refreshing waters.
You think he looks sick?
The administration has not keep up these promises that you just made. Peter gives a sigh.
Eve is going to very much smile at everything that Ceres has been saying up till now. And simply leave Ceres, well, I'm going to DM you something, Halldamir.
I like DMs with juicy tea.
That was really good move, Rahal.
Well,
Uh,
I have a reputation for demagoguery, so sometimes I need to indulge in it.
Seemingly.
Reputation grows ever grander. You just forced a Barnsworth to donate.
Oh, yeah. You don't sit in as many meetings as I have in my life without picking up some ways of twisting a dagger here and there.
That's how I'm so good at telling people they're stupid without them. Gotcha.
Should give you a bit of a warning there.
We'll name it like the Barnsworth Boulevard, and it's like a shitty back street somewhere.
I mean,
Well-
sure.
Now, as the round comes to an end, everyone starts to get up and kind of wander around a little bit, stretching their legs. You've had some nice tea, and you've had some of those nice little sandwiches. Still quite nice, isn't it? Though your party is somewhat interrupted towards the end, as it appears a guest. You actually have some more guests show up right towards the end to meet with his lordship.
My God.
Trying to show us up.
Mm.
What
As
is that?
as you see a group.
Duh.
It's a priest.
Run!
As you
Sir
see a
starts to melt.
as you see a small group of royal
Oh.
priests, clearly sent from the capital, and wearing the royal vestments here.
Mm.
Oh no, they've come to burn Ceres at the stake, haven't they?
Ah, well, it was going to happen sooner or later.
But they make their appearance with interest to well, they so heard one of the royal line is here.
Oh, yes, quite so.
Chain lightning.
They at all do not have ulterior motives, but
Not at all.
Ah,
What the hell, royal priest? We didn't invite these people.
you said the invitation was open.
We did. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
they-
the people who are important. I mean,
I mean, they're here to see my royal personage.
I see.
Your sainthood.
Yeah,
Your
here to
saintliness.
discuss
How
my...
can you become a saint without the priests agree?
We're here to discuss my beatification. Oh, finally. Yes.
You
Oh,
do get
man.
the sense the priests may not appreciate your current diplomatic efforts, but
Wow.
you may proceed as you wish, sir.
It's very judgy.
Oh my God.
Please do.
Okay. All right. So, first off, I think it's due time to make an impression. Because
Well, the priests.
yeah, exactly.
Trying to avoid getting that burned at the stake, right? Let's go natural one.
So,
Oh, please make a natural one and burn
My
at the stake. That
God.
would be delightful.
Fireball
away.
on the priest. by accident.
Do you have your major's license, dear sirs?
I do
no.
not. Distinctly do not.
He's an apostate.
Yeah, your retainer is a certified mage. Technically, you're an apostate.
That's true. But yeah, Ceres is first going to make her impression upon them by just being so freaking fabulous.
Oh,
That is
Jesus.
very fabulous.
You do not think they're going to immediately burn you at the stake?
Good, because I plan to fuck with them. Ceres is going to So a plan basically to intercept them, screw up any of their plans here by effectively trying to get them into a spiel of themselves. High priests love to talk about their god and the tenants. So Ceres is going to get them to talk about the like the sanctifying of mages, specifically, and really going to basically try and divert their attention to not trying to mess up what the king's trying to do.
Very well, you may attempt to intercept them. This does. You're very much trying to bring them up on their own religious topics here.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I think we know what role it's going to be then.
Religion. Oh,
Seems appropriate.
Not my best.
Occult.
A cult, as Ceres would consider them a cult. To be fair,
A cult might be grounds for more burning at the stake.
Yeah, and she's an apostate. So. Have you considered that your religious text has no internal consistency at all?
Actually,
books don't even align on the most basic of subjects.
I think could we frame it as Ceres actually being sort of being on that side almost, is like intimidating them on their points, breaking down their arguments.
You can try to antagonize them as your
Yeah.
as your situation here.
Didn't even get to know what they wanted. You just launched an attack.
Ceres does not care.
You can tell it was perhaps not the best of intents, so straight in.
Yeah. All right. Let's hope for a decent roll. Let's go. 29. It's okay. Okay, I think.
You will successfully and 2 of the 3 of them.
Oh, so close. 2/3. I'm happy with that.
It's fine. We have other lines of defense.
Yeah.
Vickers just takes one out.
So what is happening with them? Like they're standing there, or are they someone behind them?
No one has come with them. They have simply arrived and stated their intentions to speak with and meet one of the royal family. But it's quite clear you could already see from over here slinking off to perhaps start speaking to some of your other guests.
Yeah, no, intercept. Let's see. How will I intercept them?
I just have a quick note. I do have called cutting flattery, but when I try and coerce a creature, which is effectively I'm trying to make them do what I want here. Not only does their attitude improve by one step towards me, but also doesn't get reduced afterwards. So
yeah, they're not. And they're not going to become unfriendly after this.
Yeah, they actually kind of like Ceres for doing this to them. and will remain that way.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I do have an idea here to intercept this.
The one who got away.
Yeah. They're attempting to speak to our guests, but in fact, it is indeed our function that we are running here, and such. I want to use my celestial empire lore on this priest to dress them down and say they should approach our king and first before they even attempt to talk to anyone else here.
Royal protocol.
Royal protocol that you should know. Yeah, so I'm gonna try that. Even though I am stupefied, but we'll try.
Doing his seneschal master of ceremony.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Even through your headache, you managed to muster it together more than enough that instead of being able to interrupt your guests, he's instead forced to go through the pomp and pageantry of Amulet instead.
Yes. Oh, I'd love to see a priest talk to
Excuse me, sir. You do not intend to approach His Highness in that garb, do you?
Either way, they have all been interrupted and will not be able to do whatever they were planning.
Yeah, good.
Your
We
sacrament
want to
is
keep our
crooked.
influence up.
Now, before you arrive to talk to the king, we check you cannot carry any weapons.
Yeah. Could be any priest dressed in a robe.
Oh,
who
you
knows?
you wouldn't deprive a priest of his crook, would you?
Well, if he wasn't a priest, I would.
Oh, don't worry, he has his official papers in order.
That's fine. It just takes time to get
Well,
through them.
Got his church
Yes, we shall
ID.
read this very carefully.
It may take some
Um,
time.
Yeah. Please wait over there by the doorway. Well, check this out.
In the
Just
shame.
Do
put
not
his
interact
monocle
with
on.
anyone.
To
Yeah.
look closer.
I do have my eye looking at them. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's very unnerving.
Oh my.
My dear, I heard you performing such beautiful music before. May I get your name?
Oh,
My
would
name
you
is
like to
Sierra
follow
Vampire. Oh, brave Count Ike return.
that? Uh-huh.
As he is going to commit into full flattery with Ciel here.
Have we leaned on his pride yet? I can't remember.
Kind of.
In a
bit on this
roundabout
pride, but not very much.
way. No.
Not like objectively. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
You haven't weaponized his pride.
Weaponized his pride.
Yeah.
This is
we
very
got
much how it works. Here. Whoops, I hadn't updated his modifiers. Let's do that again. Do
Anticipation, waiting in silence. He really ruined my plan. I guess I got the pivot again.
I believe that succeeds against your will DC.
Yes, my will DC would be 31, I think. If it's plus 10 on my will or anything like that.
He ends up getting into. He ends up being very alluring to Ciel and like kind of guiding in like very much his like words and conversation. From lots of flattery, asking very much about you, your radiant complexion like the white snow.
Oh.
And before you know it, you realize you've been isolated from everyone else. As he's kind of pulled you away from the main scene, just chatting with you. They're now indisposed for the round, around currently wandering the garden.
Oh. Well. At least he can't be influenced worse. He's not here, so
It's true.
it's fine.
Sadly, Ciel, you also lose your turn.
Well, there's a one thing that I'm gonna do, since he's taking my time.
Oh. Priest, you're interrupted.
Please tell me about yourself.
You can definitely do an aura sight on him.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Wom, 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 wom. They're having fun.
Well, his current attitude towards you appears to be friendly. His current emotional state. I'll go with flirty as the correct answer there. Good, yeah, good emotional state, but perhaps a little bit too flirty at the moment. He appears to be in excellent physical health.
Licks her fangs.
No.
He does.
Excellent.
He does look incredibly healthy. His blood would probably taste delicious.
Yeah.
You are isolated. No one can see you right now.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
Sadly,
Oh,
Seo,
okay.
sadly, Seo is a consensualist vampire. So.
Don't break the masquerade.
yes. Think of the masquerade.
True.
Montgomery has already lost money here today.
Yeah.
He is going to leave.
What?
Wow.
Rude.
He is unhappy. He is not the happiest that his wallet is now suddenly emptier than it was.
But also kind of a little bit impressed, right?
He's impressed, yes, but also running away with a trail between his legs.
Damn it. I was actually going for it for the last time here. Oh well. I would as well look at some consternation at the Lady Eve. He's like, what is this woman?
I mean, alternatively, you can go and annoy the priests if you wanted to. But...
No, I don't think so. Oh well.
Hello, woman.
So nice
Oh my
weather, eh?
I mean, he just spent 3 turns having a bromance with someone, and now it's just like, oh.
Oh.
This is what we're left with.
Woman, you.
Well. He racks his brains. What does he know about woman things? I don't even know if he knows she's a wizard. Like,
I
It's
mean, the others
probably
have been
been
talking
in a
about it. If you've been
report.
paying attention, it's a different question.
yeah.
I'm certified, so I can't really tell you anything easily.
That's fine.
Yeah, his
That's fine.
telepathy's offline right now because he's just got a headache.
I will as well approach and try to do, he's royalty. Boy, is he good at just, well, he's not, well, he's decent at like just pleasant small talk, you know what I mean?
I imagine it's gritted small talk, but
Gritted teeth.
Uh,
That is a lovely
Uh.
dress you have. No, yeah, he'll approach and do some royal small talk. Basically, trying to just be friendly. So I am told by my court mage, Lady Ceres, that you as well have taken up such a illustrious position in the Empire.
Yes, under the court of your darling sister.
Oh, you simply must tell me about her. How is she doing this?
Oh, she has been awfully stressed these days, as you'd understand. Dealing with so much stuff in the realm. It's bad for a woman's health. Though, of course, you know your sister well enough. She's not letting it stop her. She's not one to rest.
He nods. That is certainly true of her. And then he'll just trying to basically present a fairly pleasant facade. He's not trying to do anything fancy here.
Make herself be known and acknowledged and seen by the king.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh yeah, try to impress upon her that for someone so young, that the position is certainly a true achievement, and he is absolutely sure that she is incredibly skilled, and diplomacy. It was perfectly average.
It is perfectly average. You don't make a lot of headway with Eve here.
Yeah.
She's already been suitably impressed enough by the others that this doesn't appear to push her over the edge here. But regardless, it is a pleasant talk and she exchanges that very much noble small talk with you.
Mm-hmm. Damn it, Barnesworth ran away. God damn it. I wanted him.
Sadly, after you extorted money from him.
Next time, Barnesworth.
It's true, he will appear in another scene at some point.
Well, that's me.
Eve will engage in more small talk with Amnis, but mostly inconsequential to you.
Yeah.
And the two priests, well, they've been interrupted, so what their turns do doesn't matter. As the Meet the King event comes to a close.
Well, pretty decent, I think.
I mean, you'd significantly boosted relations.
Yeah. How many days do we have? I forgot.
In total,
5.
in total 5.
Okay. It's not bad, I guess.
Keep in mind, there's other character that we don't yet know.
Yeah. I feel like we should just lock ourselves away and not meet anyone else, because every time I meet them, they're like -10. So.
But that doesn't make any progress. We need to
No,
meet
if
them.
you-
It's a
if you don't know
social
they're
event
there-
because
No, if you don't know they're there, they can't hurt us. It's
I mean,
fine.
just because you don't know they're there just means you don't see their score on the board yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't mean anything to us. Surely.
as a spy master, you should know all the hidden information.
It's true.
But
I don't, I know.
As it stands, I think this was a rather successful breakfast.
Yeah.
It was.
I don't think so.
Great success.
Only downside is what you do with leftover sandwiches.
Yeah, good question.
I don't know. The servants can eat them, I suppose.
We feed them to the massive crows that we're still breeding.
Ah, yes.
I am sure the druid will be excellently pleased.
Everyone knows that crows love cucumber sandwiches.
Well, we had the festival all planned and ready with all the birds, and
Yes, yes.
then it was
Yeah.
horrifically cancelled. So now we've
Yeah.
got 1,000 birds just
Yeah,
kind of
we've spent-
there.
We spent the last like several weeks just taking cages out and drowning them in the pond. Like we can't we can't. Just,
What?
well,
Sorry,
I
what?
mean, yeah. If they're not supposed to, if they don't go to the celebration, we have to get rid of them. It's like
Dude, I
having too
live
many,
with you. Why would you say that?
It's like having too many kittens. You put them in a bag and then you toss them in the lake, and that's that. That's what we do with the crows.
Why? Why? Why?
The
Why are you so obsessed with crows? Stop.
it was cancelled. We need to get rid of them.
Oh my god.
You okay up there?
No.
I'm crying, dude. God.
Like that's even worse than the festival.
Whatever. I'm trying my best to please you people. You're impossible.
I mean, I was pleased with the festival, not with this just drowning birds.
God damn it.
Like this is tyrannical.
Thank you.
That's a compliment. That's a compliment. That one else.
I know, you know.
Oh
I'm a
god.
bard. I had to give a compliment.
Sheep is running in the shadow. Stirred from his
You
repose
have summoned the
Spanish-
sheep.
in the Spanish sun.
How much?
Oh, damn it.
I can't even. we go back to the bird cages one day and they're all gone, and there's just a letter from Isaac saying he's freed them from our horrible grasp.
I mean, of course they're gone because Amanos drowned in the river.
So a bird fed us in the water these coming days. Kind of weird, but oh well.
So long as it's an outlet to the sea, we should be fine, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you do downstream, so it looks
Yeah.
like, you know.
Sorbet is very feathery.
Call it the black waves. Oh, fine. Well, you know what? Maybe we can have a new event of the people like adopting them or something. You know, how about that? Is that
Adopt.
okay?
The day of
Yeah,
1,000
can adopt a
bird
crow.
adoptions.
Are we
Yeah.
still talking about this? I'm spaced out. Like, why? Are we still talking about crows? Move on.
I mean, if you want to a tyrannical ever, you could make them undead.
Ooh.
So,
A tempting offer.
Undead
We'll discuss it later.
and
At
undead
least it's
murder.
recycling. You can keep killing them.
Recycling.
It's the same one.
That's
That's conservation, right?
They were originally supposed to be part of a stew for the poor people. This
That's
is
true.
you can't cook an undead bird. That's not tasty at all.
but you know, as I adopt a pet, as you said.
Turn them into a
Yeah.
pet. The national pet becomes comes the bird.
Undead crow.
The undead crow.
Yeah.
It must be passed down generations.
Maybe not.
Gosh.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
but,
So dark.
but I can hear you smiling though.
Yes,
It's-
but you know.
You know, I'm going to let you finish this. I'm going to very quickly go to the toilet.
Oh, don't give them the platform.
No,
No.
I mean, this is our platform.
luck,
it's
YouTube.
fine.
Leave me here with these people.
This is our platform. This is the Halldamir Rahal show. You just hear a lot
Unsubscribing from your Patreon.
Just you see these covered wagons with like a big cages stuffed into them, like rolling out in the middle of the night from the city.
It's just murders of crows going by.
You see, you murdered the crows.
I guarantee
It
we
worked.
could find some noble lady with a crow, the thing for corvids, that would adopt them all. Imagine turning an entire like manor home into like a giant birdcage.
Maybe we should do like a Tower of London thing.
Oh, what, like clip their
Like,
wings?
yeah,
Yeah.
wing clip all the crows and then they hop
Yeah.
around.
There we go. We just say, so long as there is a crow in Sorkai,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
the king shall reign.
Empire cannot fall.
The empire cannot
Yeah.
fall. So
Yeah.
it's a perfect excuse to have the thousands of crows we bred for the festival.
That's a
Are
lot
we
of-
still on the crow?
We're discussing other options because again apparently returning to nature what nature has given wasn't okay. So here we are.
No, it's not. There's no we in this at all. There's no here we are. It's here you are. That's 10 minutes.
Ah,
Drag me
Really?
constantly into this crow
I
bullshit.
think the problem was how you were returning to the nature.
How else can we return them
Perhaps
to
I
you
the
can-
don't understand you people.
We would
Perhaps you
ruin
can
the
assist your
ecosystem.
allies with the. Perhaps you can assist your allies with the slaughter of thousands of Huggen instead.
Ah,
Now that I'm here for.
You're training in nature. You can't be talking about this sort of stuff.
it's conservatism and whatnot.
We would ruin the ecosystem if we freed them all now. Imagine. Imagine it.
Anyway, it is. It is-
Isaac would be so upset with us. He would never forgive us. We have
is-
to drown them, Vicus. We have to.
It is now day 2, daytime.
Giving you a response.
Good news for you, Vic. You no longer have a headache.
Are you sure? I feel like I still have another one.
Not gaining a headache, but the ones from Barnsworth is gone.
I see.
It's up to you what you want to do at the time. If you want to split up, attend a social event, or capture more birds.
You guys are fun. Is there a social event going on currently that's advertised that we can attend?
You are not aware of too much going on, though you have heard that your dear Captain Estinian is currently doing something down at the docks. You have heard the Oathkeeper is planning to inspect the Evermore Abbey here.
Who is going to expect Evermore Abbey? Sorry?
The Oathkeeper, the representative from Clan Faith Song.
Oh, him. Yeah.
Oh,
Eve informed you that she's going to the Arcane College. You do not know where the other NPCs currently are.
This sounds like a split up situation.
Oh, we lost someone.
We lost Isa.
Isaac.
Murdered
No.
Isa. That's fine. Oh,
Oh,
his
no,
internet
his internet
crashed.
crashed.
Yeah. Obviously, if you split up, you cannot engage in a full social situation with everyone.
Mm.
But
But I assume
Um,
the social situations available are go to the Abbey or go to the college, right?
yes, there may be other ones, but you don't necessarily. But you don't necessarily know where the other ones are going on, so you'd have to take a guess.
Right. I mean, you guys think?
Because all the NPCs are somewhere. Just they may not be locations you know of, or they may be in locations which You just don't know they're there at the moment.
Yeah. So like, if we do split up, can I like go to the hangout and see what's happening, or is that a social thing?
The hangout is also a social thing currently going on.
Ah, okay.
So we can't.
So
go
obviously,
there?
Captain Shenga isn't a participant that would help you in the Dutch Hesitant Alliance. So
Which
she
I
might help you on
hinder
your own things if you wanted to, for some reason, negotiate with the Sea Elves.
Well, Ceres does want to speak with her, actually.
You may also get
Should
other
we-
opportunities, though.
Might do.
Is it?
That's true.
Is
She's
Finian
she's
also
here for the
doesn't count
duration.
on the tracker, right?
Estinian is also not on your tracker to victory points.
Yeah. I think she's
Uh,
here as long as the mercenaries are here, right? So
Yeah. Okay. All right. We got time.
Yeah, the only diplomatic individuals would be Eve and the Oath Father that you currently know are Oathkeeper, sorry, who are up to something.
Yeah.
So it's up to you though what you want to do from here.
if we do split up, I can get some like rumors about someone specific if we want to find out where someone is, or
Find out someone's itinerary, that sort of thing.
Yeah. I'm thinking something similar as well. Or find out
like
who's-
getting Finian, finding out where Finian hangs out would be nice to start influencing him. He's worth a lot of points. And also maybe, we shouldn't have him assassinated because that would be sucky. So probably find out where he is.
It would be.
While having potential plus 7 points turn into -2.
Yep. So I think split up. I feel like we just don't know enough yet. So I feel like we should just split up and get some
Get some information.
info gathering.
Valid.
I've been in agreement.
In which case, I will go ahead and just to remind everyone what you can do in this time.
I have pinned it. So
Oh yes, it is pinned. Thank you very much for that. During this time, the 6 main actions you can take if you're splitting up is you can plan your own social engagement. You can attempt to sabotage what someone else is currently up to, either a particular NPC or a particular faction. If assuming you have some kind of hook. You can gain intel or rumors on a specific NPC. You can look for trouble. You can earn income, usually at a much higher rate. Or you can hunt for uncommon magical items or spells.
I would like to gather tell or rumors about a specific NPC.
Who would you like to learn more about?
I was gonna say Basque, but now that I'm thinking about it, he'd probably show up
It could also be
eventually
just to
anyway.
discover a new NPC if that's something you wanted to do.
Maybe we want to do that.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Should we both do that? Just no.
Yeah, we just start getting people on the board.
Yeah, let's see if I can find someone else who's here. What kind of do the skid rolls differ depending on how I'm trying to get the information, or?
How would you like to do it, is the question.
Let's see.
What is Vicus's method of gaining information in this place?
I mean, basically trying to follow people of influence and see where they hang out and meet other
stalking.
people. Yeah, stealth basically. Just use my shadow mark so that they don't know I'm there, and
Very
see
well.
who I meet up with.
You may stalk people.
All right.
And you're looking for new individuals.
New individuals. That's not great, but hopefully with shadow mark that might help a bit more because I'm specifically tailing people. So
You do eventually manage to run across these small party that is from the Bishopry of Alren. As it does appear, their high priest, Father Lantform, is in attendance, as was hoped.
all right. Okay.
He currently starts at a -2, though you can see he can build a decently positive with you.
All right.
-2 purely coming He might be a stubborn person who does not like change. Regardless, you have revealed Father Landform on the map.
Okay.
We'll also know where he attends next turn,
Awesome.
since you are stalking him.
Yes. It's
Miss
my turn.
Talaniel, did you know what you wanted to do then?
Yeah, I feel like Ceres will gossip her way into knowing who else is in attendance.
Very well.
Welcome back, Isa.
Yo.
Yeah, I'm using my phone right now. Or phone internet. Hopefully it works.
Listening to gossip and rumors, you want to discover someone else who is here as well.
Yeah.
Now, while gossiping around, a familiar name comes up. As after all, you do have some connections in this city, though limited. Of course, you do know of, you have your own trade envoy, Makaru Sai. Well, kind of rumoring around and recalling some of the rumors that you previously kind of heard from the trade consortium. Following them, it does appear that a rather large representative of the trade consortium actually is also here currently wheeling and dealing with some of the other nobles. Another Tabaxi, Taraji. Oh, interesting.
Most interesting.
Or in a trade republic, powerful merchants can hold quite.
Hmm.
You know, welcome to plutocracy. Those with the most money gets the most power. Or leave Amanus and CL to decide what you are doing with your actions. Feel free to look for trouble if you can't think of anything else.
No, Amanas will try to locate some more players on the board, so to speak.
Understood.
Yeah, he has royal connections. Some of these people quite like him. Old lady Hernstein, for example, she's quite smitten.
She is quite smitten with you.
Yeah, and he's trying to gather some information of the other.
He's rolled to gather information.
What skill was that?
Diplomacy. That would be usually diplomacy to gather information.
Yeah, let's do that. 30.
You do learn of one other individual currently in attendance here on day 2, who could be of interest. A rather powerful mage who makes her residence in the local region, and has had some sway before with the council previous. By the name of Senna de Valles.
Okay.
At this time, the group believes they have met all the movers and shakers they can for day 2.
Alright. Gonna get better from here.
Hmm.
Or worse.
There's quite a few movers and shakers you've now got on the table. This will now leave CL, who cannot learn about new individuals, as there's no one else to learn about for day 2. The entire cast is here right now.
Well, CL has other tasks to do. Since I assume we have split up.
Yes, the group has
Yes.
split up, and everyone has been gathering information so far.
Yes, CL has a promise to keep by giving the medical approach on Hernstein's daughter.
Mm. Yes. You will attempt to treat the illness as you promised to. Make a medicine roll.
Yeah. Let me just see. Open my character sheet. First thing first, has an hour passed when I arrived to meet her.
Yes, an hour would have passed by now.
Okay. Aura side. To get more information.
Mm. The target's health is rather poor at the moment. As you can see, quite the remedy flowing, quite the ailment flowing through her body, flowing through her very blood. It looks bad, even with your aura sight. But this does give you some insights that might help. I'll let you give yourself an aid for a +1. Actually, +2 from that roll.
Good.
Before you start, do you tell anyone that you're going to go do that? Like,
Sure, yes.
because I know that there is definitely a mutagen that will boost your medicine check. And Vickers does have.
Is it an item bonus?
I assume so. Do you already
Because
have an item bonus?
I have +1 item bonus.
Let's check. Yeah, it would be an item bonus. So if you already have.
Yeah, I already have one.
Is it a +1 or a +2?
+1 is for my expended healer's tools. And my healer's glove also. Both are +1.
I can get you a +2. Let me just check. Yes, there is a Serene Mutagen, which gives you +2 item bonus to medicine, perception, nature, religion. And Vickers does have the prescient consumable feat, which means that he can basically predict what you might need in advance, and if he's been to a store or has been able to access a shop, then he can just pull it out of his ass basically, because he had planned it in advance.
In this case, I'll say it's from the last time you did a split up in the city, so currently, now it restocked.
Yeah, so I think it's 12 gold. Let me see. It's 12 gold for the +2. Could also, I did think that's just, yeah. The +3 is 300 gold. I think paying 12 for 2 is fine. And it's a level 3 consumable, so I have been able to have it.
I'll apply it to CL for you.
Yeah, and I will spend the gold.
And CL is
Yeah,
drugged.
Yeah, you never know when you might need extra plus.
+2, it's an item bonus add, and then aura side. Inside is a +2, it's a circumstantial bonus. Do I have anything else? Well, part of this is using spells, but it's part of the medical check and expenses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
This was a very difficult check. As CL sets to work. For the heir to the Herstein house, it's sick and well, rather dealing with poisoning of the blood for many years now. As you sit down to treat it, it's not easy. She seems to be suffering with chills, fatigue, multiple infections, swelling to her lymph nodes, bleeding and bruising. A large constellation of symptoms. The medical name for this in this timeline would not be very well known. But it's known that this is something that normally, something like a treat disease is not normally enough to fix. At least not unless it was very powerful. But Ciel has a good idea what's wrong here. As you realise there is something wrong, not merely in her blood, but in her bones producing the blood. Ciel deciding to take a surgical intervention. But you do believe you are successful. She will remain sick for some time, but you think your treatment has greatly improved her chance of survival. As I will mark down that you got a success. Yeah, that's only a success, not a critical.
Yep. Work.
Good job.
Good. Good.
Okay. As you fulfilled your obligation.
Yeah, she will inform any necessary information for Lady Erstein.
You have many instructions to give for aftercare.
Which she will provide as much as she can.
You're the doctor. You've provided all you want. As we now switch to the evening of day 2. Let me just rearrange everyone on the board. Because as it turns out, you were stalking someone tonight.
Yep.
Which does help you know where Father Landform will be this evening. He's apparently attending some in the old tonight.
Okay. Do I know who might be with him, or just I know he's there?
You know he's there, and you know he's not
Okay.
alone. But
Okay.
Senator Dvalan appears to be attending the Arcane Conference, as you also hear rumors Bask is there as well.
Oh, okay.
You also hear rumors of where Barnsworth has run off to this evening.
Yeah.
As Barnsworth appears to be at Lady Guiana's estate.
Okay. Where do you want to go, folks?
Yep, that's all that you learn this evening of where everyone is.
I feel like we should probably attend something now that we have kind of identified most people.
Well, where are our enemies located?
Well, there's rumors about at the college.
I will, if you would like to. You can spend your dear druid's kind of gathering information here if you wish to reveal the location of a particular NPC who's not shown right now.
Mm.
Mm. Do we want to try to do something with Bask, or are we just...
Well, I
I
mean,
mean, I feel like
so one of the individual options is we can attempt to sabotage another faction's activities. So we can split up in that sense and wreak havoc on what they're doing, because I don't trust Barnsworth or
You don't trust.
Bask.
You don't trust Barnsworth. You probably don't trust Bass.
No, exactly. So I think sabotaging their attempts would be good.
yeah. I just don't know. Do we need like active info to sabotage them, or like how does it work?
Simply knowing that they're there essentially means you could just gate crash, essentially, like party crash,
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
and just like disrupt their evening.
But would that come back on us? Like,
I
surely
mean,
people won't like that.
Depends how we do it, I guess.
I see.
I mean, yeah, as it stands, depending on how you decide to do it, alternatively disrupting their efforts could mean there are other options as well that could work for disrupting. But you know, by base, going there to interrupt what they're currently doing, it could be trying to like steal from them or otherwise put them indisposed,
Okay.
or permanently getting rid of them. Technically, you know,
Yeah.
you have options. I will update the plot because some things did.
Do you want to cause a magical mishap at the Arcane College?
No,
And I steal Farnsworth's pants or something. Can't go to.
I have an idea for dealing with.
I've updated the celestial plot tracker for your.
Oh, they have made moves.
Yeah, that's a lot actually.
Gross.
Yeah, we should probably...
You can do your own diplomacy. You can do something else, and as I said, you can use your druid to reveal the location of something if you would like it revealed. For this purpose, the priests also count as a faction.
So, who are Celestial plotting here? We assume Barnsworth. We assume Bask, I guess.
Farnsworth, Bask.
I think all with minuses.
That would make sense.
Yeah, Cena.
I mean, it makes sense that we should probably sabotage them because maybe then we can prevent that bar from going up any further.
Yeah.
Although we are at a point where we're at our most negative, in a sense, because, well, I guess if we lose influence, but like now that we know everyone, we can kind of.
You know how bad the score is at this point.
Yeah. But I think maybe sabotaging things might be a good idea here because we have multiple people that could cause problems in different areas. So trying to get them to stop it might be a good idea.
Yeah.
And maybe you can organize something for the morning again if you wanted to, Jonas, and we can pull someone in.
More breakfast with the king.
Yeah, have it a daily thing, breakfast every day.
King doesn't go to people. Everyone comes to the king.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But what was your idea, Halldamir?
Well, she's at the college. I forget her name. For some reason, my hovering over isn't. Oh, it's because I'm on the wrong thing. Yeah, Senna is a mage of her own right. So I feel like she might find it far more interesting to speak to Ceres than it is to speak to Bask.
You think you may be able to just basically cock block?
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly what I'm thinking.
It could work if you all just want to interrupt.
Yeah.
obviously gives the others do more time to do setup or do their own situations.
I mean, I could lay in a line that might that could kind of annoy Bask, I guess, but also possibly turn her against him. In the sense of like telling her that basically along the lines of oh, be careful, he likes to monitor his mages far closer than most nobles, sort of thing.
Yeah.
You have potential ways that you could definitely sabotage if you wanted to stop them from stop their plans.
Exactly.
I think that's a good idea that we should probably do that. And I might be able to attempt something with Barnsworth here. And then that leaves some space for everyone else to set up or something.
Yeah. You can also gather intel about NPCs if you want to try and learn what someone has been up to or what they have done so far. That would help.
Yeah.
You have options on the table. So. It is your move.
So Isaac can only point out where someone is. He can't do the intel gathering, for example.
I mean, he could gather you intel instead if you'd rather have him just gather some intel.
I would like to know what Bask has been up to see if it's something we could potentially undo or sabotage after the fact.
Okay.
Because it would make sense that he would have machinations that would be in place that we might be able to, I don't know, fix. That might be a good use of intel gathering here because we have limited time. And maybe sabotaging something that he's done might prevent him from building upon it easily. So
Okay. Is that something the group's happy with? I mean, we're down to just Jonas and Halldamir now, but
I mean, is Barnsworth down at Gwenna's estate?
yes, he is.
yeah.
All right, that's where I'm going. He's not escaping me this time.
Right. So you're going to sabotage that. You can't.
Yes.
It's not a social engagement. You're
I will go. Yeah, I'm gonna go and sabotage that.
Okay, so you're splitting up, and you're going to go sabotage Barnsworth.
Yep.
Okay. Sarah's going to sabotage the college.
Yep.
Isaac's going to figure out what the hell Bask has done. Can I piggyback on that if anything he's found and then attempt to sabotage that? Yeah. I'll hold it and see if anything comes out of it and then see if I can work on that.
Normally these things happen at once, but given that Isaac's not here, it's a special situation. So,
Yeah. That's fair.
You will discover that coming from your druid, that Bask, while all of you were busy with your various routines today, does appear to have actually been having long conversations with a group of mercenaries in the city.
Okay.
Down by the docks. As it appears, he was inquiring into the cost of various group services.
Okay.
Why he was hiring mercenaries isn't clear.
I do have a thing I could do to potentially sabotage his whatever info he's gotten from that. I was thinking that maybe I could use. I don't know what this role would be. Maybe Underworld, but like basically spread rumors that he's not a good employer. Basically, so any like offers he gets when he comes back, they're going to be hiked up a lot. it's going to be more difficult for him to basically like tarnish his reputation in the underworld, so to speak. Which
that seems like a valid sabotage to try and not merely stop what they're doing, which is what the others are doing, but potentially try to push back the tracker.
yeah, make it more difficult for them. So, it wouldn't really be a main skill like thievery or stealth, probably not.
Underworld law sounds appropriate.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and use that.
Okay. Which will leave CL to declare what she's going to try and do if everyone is splitting up to sabotage. If you want to prepare something for the next day, gather intel, earn income, look for trouble.
Do we have anything for next day?
Nope, you don't have a social event planned.
We can plan one if you want. If you want anyone in particular.
Or you could gather information in advance and see what events are available. You've got choices.
I don't know.
Finding out
Well,
what
we-
events are available might be really good.
Yeah, I guess that would be good information. Getting information of what events are going on. She's gonna do that.
Okay.
How is she just gonna do that? She's gonna talk. She's gonna talk. Perform. Hear the rumor.
I mean, talking does sound like something CL can do.
Hopefully.
Okay, so you're gathering information. Let's set about this. We will start with the most eager. Amnes, you want to interrupt Barnsworth?
Yep.
As you unexpectedly show up at the Herstein estate, where it turns out Barnsworth is currently here this evening, attempting to sell a Lady Herstein on an excellent business opportunity.
Mm-hmm. No, Amanas has come here because he was so taken in by the good lady of the house. You know, they have many things in common. Their hate for Hagen, lost loves, and she is such a charming old lady that he simply had to see her again. Oh, Mr. Barnsworth, are you here? Oh, how delightful. Smile.
Yes, of course. Barnsworth action as his action here has definitely been interrupted by you.
Yes.
I think that is clear. You also learn that yes, his goals here would have ended up decreasing Lady Herstein's trust in you if it wasn't interrupted.
But now, she sees my incredible noble visage. She's filled with courage, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. And he is filled by the constant feeling of the aura of dread.
Yeah,
Yes.
he daren't say anything while the king.
What were you saying about investments, Mr. Barnes?
It is so good of you for investing in the.
Also, I'm going to assume the purpose is you're not putting Lady Herstein currently into your aura of fear. So I have adjusted it so she's not affected, but he is.
Consider her an ally.
Exactly. Ally, not ally.
That's right.
So he gets to be constantly a little bit uncomfortable while sitting in that room.
Mm-hmm.
What does that aura do again?
It lowers their saving throw against fear effect.
Which also, of course, by relation, also lowers their will DC as well for skill checks.
Yep. And fear cannot reduce below 1 as long
People
as...
get very jumpy around Amanus, basically.
Yeah, he has an aura of menace just around him constantly.
I'm here for it.
Ceres, you show up, and there appears to be a small there is a small book signing going on from a illustrious arcane author, of which there's small little drinks going on at the same time and discussions. Neither Bask or Dvalin are really that interested in the book signing, but it's more an opportunity, right?
Mm-hmm.
To meet other individuals interested in the arcane. Though it's clear that you want to interrupt.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah.
Unlike Amnet, you will need to make a skill check here to interrupt.
I think I can manage that.
It sounds like you want to try and steal the show from Bask anytime he tries bringing up a conversation.
Like making an impression or something like that.
In a sense.
In a sense.
Though the topic here is definitely more in the arcane variety, so perhaps showing yourself to be more academically inclined than he is might help.
I can certainly do that. Absolutely can. Let's have a look to see how well.
Turns out you are rather academically inclined.
As it turns out, she do be a mage.
Another 19.
That is another 19.
That's so many 19s you guys have rolled this session. Few 20s, mostly 19s.
Mostly 19.
Finally, some luck.
Yeah, right? 18s and 19s have been well for us.
Must be roller 1 now.
Well, I
As it
rolled mine in the
turns
beginning.
As it turns out, Senna is in fact a rather potent mage in her own right. And like Bask was having quite a long conversation with her regarding certain rituals and magic items, but very quickly you end up stealing the show, and she becomes far more interested in hearing your opinion on certain matters. As you manage to basically keep correcting Bask every single time he tries saying something. Actually.
Actually, Bask, have you not read the new theorems that came out that disproves that line of thinking? My God, man.
Just every single time he tries speaking, you keep doing an actually or an addendum, or you keep adding on to it. It's impossible for him to truly get a good word in.
Maybe you forgot.
It must be your age, Bask. You know, your kind do age so quickly, and it does affect the faculties that you just may not remember. That was disproven just last week, actually.
I did it. I disproved.
I disproved it. Yes.
Just now, actually.
Here are the papers. Let me just pull it out of my bag.
You do in fact interrupt Bask's action. You also learn his intention, the same as Amnis learned the intention. His intention was try to recruit someone into the celestial plot.
Wow. Maybe we should grab her.
Oh, I will. Yeah. 100%.
But yeah, you've just blocked this attempt, so you'll have to try again later. Because right now she is not part of the plot, as you discover. Obviously, you know Bask is.
Obviously.
Vicus, you are spreading. You are attempting to counteract Bask's effect in recruiting underworld mercenaries.
Yes.
Vikas, you will also get a message. If you need money, I can provide 100 platinum.
Okay.
Bribery can be an effective way of dealing with mercenaries.
I
I have my own money as well.
If you need extra.
I forgot to say during the interims of the different things, Ceres will inform the group that it is likely that Bask will try to do something really freaking stupid if things go our way. So maybe that these mercenaries are part of that really freaking stupid.
Yeah, like he's gonna attempt a fucking coup or something.
Yeah.
All right. So can I attempt a bit of bribery along with my role here to give me some bonus?
You can attempt bribery. You may, at the price of 100 gold pieces, give yourself a +1 bonus, repeatable.
I'll spend 200 and get +2. Easy.
And you could just grease some palms and say, yeah, if you don't take his contract, I have some money for you.
So insufficient coins. I have so much. Oh, hold on. Wait, total coinage. Oh, because I need to convert.
Click the remove value, not civic type.
Gotcha. Thank
and
you.
then it will auto convert your coins downwards for you.
Ah, perfect. Okay, and then I'll do the roll with a +2.
Because thankfully you're not in a situation. You're in a situation here where you can definitely get change for your coins.
No.
You can find change for a platinum somewhere in here. So, maybe not at the docks, but in general in the city.
Yes. Okay. Oh, that was not great, but maybe that was enough to do something.
Good thing you bribed.
Yeah, I figure.
As you do disrupt their plans some and push back their tracker by 2.
It's good. At least it's a lore. Like I can't fail those. Technically.
The bar starts going up.
Yeah. Oh,
You end up recruiting more people to Bask's cause.
yeah.
And Ms. Vampire, you wanted to try and learn about things going on the next day.
Yeah. I guess, she is gonna talk to the minor nobility, where she is from.
Sure, you may go ahead.
I guess that's diplomacy, but I don't think I can use performance on this, so
I don't believe you can, no.
I'm not making an impression, but they are still noble, so my clothing does matter.
That's true. Interesting. Okay. So you discover a few things that will be going on the next day. I will make notes of them in the chat for the group's reference. You become aware that tomorrow, during the day phase, there will be a rather prominent opera performance going on near the Arcane College.
All right.
You discover. Let's see what else is on Day 3's calendar. I'd have to double check. You discover that Duke Finn and Ran's party have arranged a dinner during tomorrow evening.
Tomorrow evening with Duke. Yeah, okay.
You are also aware there is a street fair going on all day tomorrow at the Grand Bazaar, where you may be able to find additional magic items. There we go.
All right.
I put that into the chat for you.
Very nice.
As with that, the scene comes to a close, with you successfully cock blocking many actors involved. You feel proud. As this will shift the calendar then to day 4.
Now we're planning to attend both events.
Well, I would request that we actually pause here for tonight.
Yes, this is a decent place for us to stop the session for today.
Yeah.
All I will do from here is simply reveal what information you do know going on in the morning phase here, and then leave that with you guys to simmer with for now.
Yep.
You are aware that the Duchess is holding another small meet and greet at the Blue Palace this morning. So some individuals may be in attendance. Which you mostly know because you are very nearby to them. And you also find out that Lord Bask is currently in the Grand Bazaar today. At least at the moment. And with that, though, we will call this to an end. You have made significantly more. You made some more diplomatic efforts here, which has gone fairly well for you. I need to retally the points to make sure it's all added up correctly. And also have managed to get Mr. Barnsworth to somehow get rid of money.
Yeah.
Thought it impossible.
It's an impossible. He does not let go of money for, like, you know. It doesn't matter if someone was dying in front of him; he probably would not be giving them gold.
I know he's It's nice to see that I managed to speak to his better nature.
Congratulations.
Let's just double check. So right now you have 6 points with him at the bottom. So that's +2.
I think
you
we
get
have
another
a 0 overall.
You don't have enough boxes on the top though. So to double check. So you're getting 5.
I think we are missing 1.
I think you're 1 short what you should be. 5, 2, 2. Yeah, okay. All currently red because you have people opposing you, but that can be fixed. Okay. You have 9 potential influence on the board, though.
Alright.
Too bad.
Hopefully, you'll be able to keep the diplomacy going, and I do expect next time we'll probably get through both day 3 and 4.
Yeah.
As things should go a bit faster next time, I'm going to imagine. But yeah, but I knew we'd have to stop some point soon because it's 11:30 for you guys.
Yeah.
And plus, we'll have a druid for next time.
Yeah, I didn't want to go too fast without sheep being here.
It's only a
yeah,
wild trip for a day,
Yeah, that's good.
and he'll spend most of the next day in the wild trip.
Probably.
All right, I will.
But this time under the control of someone.
Yes.